दक्षिण एशिया में फिल्मों के प्रचार में साउथ एशियन फिल्म फेस्टिवल का बहुत बड़ा रोल है और इस बारे में बातचीत करने के लिए हमारे साथ है बांग्लादेश के फिल्मकार तारिक मसूद साहब। तारिक मसूद साहब नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
बांग्लादेश में इतने सालों से फिल्में बन रही हैं, अच्छी फिल्में बन रही हैं, सिनेमा अच्छा या बुरा, किस तरह का प्रभाव बॉलीवुड का वहाँ की सिनेमा पर है?
ये तो very clear that you cannot escape the influence of Bollywood, good or bad. And you know, the young children in Bangladesh, they can speak Hindi because they are growing up with Hindi cinema. Despite the fact the Bollywood film is not, Indian cinema is not allowed to be released in cinema theater. But you know, you cannot stop the Akash Sanskriti, the satellite culture, and the DVD, of course, pirated DVDs. So that's definitely there. But I think what's important is that also that we are definitely also coming up with a cinema that is also having other influences from other part of India, like Kolkata, which is a very, very famous place for cinema, like in South Asia, South India is also, which is beyond the Bollywood. And I think we are very much inspired, like the young generation of filmmakers who started making films like me, Tanveer Mukammal, Murshidul Islam, and others. We are very much inspired by filmmakers from Kolkata, like Mrinal Sen, Satyajit Ray, Ritik Khatak, and very, very famous filmmaker from South Asia, like Adur Gopal Krishnan and others. So Bollywood is definitely there, but that's not everything.
Now, in this kind of film festival, only, you know, parallel cinema, that kind of, you know, realistic cinema are being shown. Why there is a lack? Why commercial cinemas are not invited?
Well, you see, this is the whole boundary is blurring now. Even some of the so-called non-commercial films, like my film, which is doesn't have even love story, forget about song and dance, they are doing very good in cinema theaters. It's a very new phenomenon in Bangladesh. So I would not say, I would not divide cinema as commercial and non-commercial. Even, you know, Satyajit Ray Pathar Pachali, was it commercial success when it started? But still, Indian government, West Bengal government, is getting money from this film. And this is not a commercial cinema. You know, this is what I see. So like, you know, Picasso painting. Is it in commercial art? I mean, it's the most expensive, right? So I would not put a bet in that this is commercial cinema and this is not. And I think many of the films that you have seen that is not shown in mainstream cinema release, that's more important. South Asia Festival has invited so many discovering talents and creative filmmakers and films made in Bhutan, Nepal and Pakistan. I have seen film from these places in this festival. I'm really going back to Bangladesh with a lot of inspirations. Things are happening in Pakistan, in Bhutan, even in Maldives, and that I think we can learn from each other. This is the thing we don't know because there's no big time distribution for this kind of cinema. But many of them have earned international prestige also, and it's high time that we share this kind of common rich heritage of cinema in a place like Delhi. India is definitely a place that should have taken a much more greater responsibility. It's happening in Nepal with South Asia Documentary Festival, in Kara Film Festival in Karachi, Dhaka we have Short and Documentary Festival, we have a South Asian focus. I think it's time for Delhi to take a role, big role, like South Asia Film Festival.
Tariq, do you find you branded as a rich filmmakers of, you know, poor filmmakers of rich cinema? How do you define?
Well, I wouldn't say poor filmmaker. Yes, we are definitely, I think, we are struggling as any filmmakers of independent nature is struggling, and that's, you can say, poor. But I would say that's the richness by itself, because this film represents the rich, complex culture of a country. That, for example, Claybard, Mati Moyna, which got award in Cannes Film Festival in 2002, represents not only my childhood, which is based on, it also represents my culture. That not only Bangladesh, it is diverse and small cultures, which is much more needed to be represented internationally, not only in Bangladesh. It's a reminder for us that Bangladesh has a much more richer culture than we think. So I think this is what I see. It's not a matter of rich and poor, but I think it's complexity that's more important.
You have this. You have explained painfully that the South Asian filmmakers are not the kind of film you are producing, are not being shown even in your neighboring countries or even in your country.
Yeah, this is a pity, because we have Burma. We haven't seen any film from Burma, but there are some films made and good films made. Sri Lanka is making wonderful films, but these films are not shown. It has to be appreciated in Europe first, to be appreciated in neighboring country. That's a pity. I think this is the South Asian cinema and Asian cinema. We must start seeing each other films, appreciating each other films before it's been appreciated in Europe. I think we filmmakers should have a premiere of our films in South Asia before international European things. We should not be so Eurocentric anymore.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.